Welcome to TJ's podcast.
All right. Woo. We have a lot of stuff coming up today that we're going to be talking about and having fun with. TJ's podcast with Riggins. Hello, Riggins.
Good morning.
Hey, let's cut it up. How about that? Do we cut it up or do we chop it up? What do people do when they talk about things and have fun with it?
I'm more of a chop it up.
Chop it up? I don't know. I try to keep up with what the kids say. I listen to my morning show partner, business partner, Ace, a lot because he's married to that young woman, and I like to try to keep up with the youthful phrases and all. Not because I want to use them, just because I want to know about them. Like I don't say, like don't get it twisted, or I don't say anybody's capping, things like that. Nobody in my world has Riz, but I like knowing what those things mean.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important.
So we're going to chop it up.
Let's chop it up.
I don't like when people say unpack it.
We need to unpack that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That argument. We need to unpack that argument.
There's a lot to unpack here. A lot of my conservative talk show brethren and sistren will use that. And you know what else they use that I would never say, unless I was saying it in jest? That something is a nothing burger.
Oh,
I know.
that's a bad one.
It's a nothing burger.
It was a total nothing burger.
So what you end up with here is a complete and total nothing burger.
Yeah, that's obnoxious.
My son disappointed me yesterday. Oh. His name's Boy. He's 20, almost 21. And he works for my little friend Jenny at her fitness center called Jet Fitness. He works until 7 p.m., right? He's usually, because he's like an old man, routine creature of habit. Whatever time he's working, he leaves at the exactly 30 minutes before his shift starts. And it takes him about 15 to 20 minutes to get there. So he's always a little bit early. And then he's at home 20 minutes after his shift ends every night. So one night he had stayed up there talking to somebody for a few minutes, and it was like 7:25 when he got home. And I said, "Where have you been? We've been worried sick about you." So last night he came home at his normal time, but he went up to his room and got something and then headed back out. And you know what he got?
What?
His hockey jersey.
Oh, no way.
Because if you wore a hockey jersey to Chipotle, you got buy one, get one free.
Heck yeah.
So he drove his ass all the way out to the country where we live, which is, 15 to 20 minutes away from Chipotle. Drove past Chipotle for that long. Got his hockey jersey. And that's the disappointing thing, that he has a hockey jersey.
Wow.
That's the first thing. And then when I got up this morning, I saw a Chipotle, big old thick ass Chipotle burrito in the refrigerator.
Heck yeah.
So he's going to have that for lunch today, I guess, or
Perfect.
for dinner tomorrow. I don't know.
How disappointing.
No, but he's probably like, I got time.
Yeah, sure.
Save
cool.
that money. Because what is a burrito now at Chipotle? A build your own burrito is probably what, $300-$400?
About that, yeah.
So he got two of them for $300, I guess.
It's a good deal, man.
Yeah. That stuff is expensive, though.
It's expensive, and they don't give you as big of portions as they do anymore. I mean, as they used to.
Yeah. And I always wonder, is that a bad thing?
I mean,
does it taste so good that you want a lot of it? Or
they
is
used
it
to
just
give you a full cup of sour cream, and now it's like a quarter of a cup.
Yeah, I don't mean from a healthy standpoint. I just mean I've had just a few times Chipotle, and it's been all right.
Yeah, it's okay. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah, it's not worth what you pay for it, though, now.
That's what some people are saying.
But isn't it one of the first, like, really technologically advanced places like that where, you millennials and Gen Zs could drive up and just get it and walk out without having to interact with anybody? Wasn't it one of the first ones to do that?
Maybe. I don't know. I've always gone. I don't do the mobile ordering through them, but I know you can. Mm-hmm. But people say when you do mobile ordering at Chipotle, you get It's way smaller than what
Really?
you get if you walk through the line. Yeah.
Oh, it's a walk through the line place?
Sure.
I've never been inside of one.
You've never been inside a Chipotle?
Oh, I wouldn't dare.
Really?
No.
That's fascinating. Who hasn't been inside a Chipotle?
I don't even know what the maitre d' looks like at my local Chipotle.
Yeah, I mean, you got to walk through the line because that you build your bowl or your burrito,
Like a soup kitchen?
basically. But the people there at Chipotle are much less friendly than at the
Than a
soup,
soup
kitchen.
Oh. I had no idea.
To build your own
It's a
place.
cafeteria.
Yeah.
Ugh. And they're real Mexican peoples working in there?
Not usually.
Huh. Wow. I mean, I'm floored by this news. And speaking of foods and restaurants, there is a guy in New York. Now, is this the same guy that outed that British late night show host? What's his name?
James Corden.
James Corden for being rude and all that.
I think so. I could be wrong, but it was definitely at the same restaurant that he manages.
Balthazar.
Balthazar, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic New York City diner, eatery, restaurant. Expensive.
Cafeteria style.
Yeah.
But it's where, a lot of celebrities go there and everything. And he says that somebody is sabotaging him.
Yes. This is a crazy story. He's like legendary New York City restaurateur. So he owns this place, legendary. And he made a post on social media talking about Jeff Bezos' wife, Lauren Sanchez, who, if you haven't seen her, she's like this Hispanic bombshell. So Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, leaves his wife, marries this hot, younger woman, dark hair, big boobs, huge lips. And she's a head turner. And for whatever reason, this New York City restaurateur posted about her and said, "Is this what $1 billion gets you? She's trash."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll get the exact post. But basically said she looked goofy. And
I just thought he said they look like a weird couple.
What a bizarre looking
couple. Yeah.
Bizarre looking couple. They're revolting. Let me get the exact one because it was pretty scathing. Does anyone else find Jeff Bezos' new wife, Lauren Sanchez, absolutely revolting? All caps. What an ugly, effing, smug looking couple they make. Is this what $100 billion does to people? And so for whatever reason, he's got beef with either Jeff Bezos or Lauren, the wife. But somebody's posted another video recently of a rat running through this restaurant. And it's well known. It's like a very nice restaurant. And he's claiming that the night before, a guy showed up at the bar in the restaurant, ordered a drink, had a bag with him, and left the bag after having his drink. And inside the bag, they opened it and 4 mice ran out of it. So he's claiming that rat was a planted rat running through his restaurant. Now, if there were 4 mice in the bag, I don't know what that has to do with a rat.
Right, yeah, where'd the rat come from?
Where'd the rat come from? You talked about 4 white mice.
Well, maybe he's saying that if that guy would do that with the mice, then somebody else must have come in with a giant rat.
Yes.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Now, but he's not blaming, you say Bezos or Bezos?
I say Jeff Bezos, but I think it is Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
But he's not accusing him of doing anything or his wife, because if you can't prove that somebody did that, and you're like, I know Jeff Bezos put this rat in my restaurant, then you're going to get sued.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he is, but he's definitely saying it was planted by someone who's maybe got an extra grind.
And somebody videoed the rat and then posted it?
Yeah.
And he's saying that probably they're all in cahoots against him.
Exactly.
But if you're running a business, why would you do that anyway? Go on and just rip somebody apart like that?
I don't know. To get in the press, I guess, but it's the worst way.
Yeah.
Because now you're just bringing attention to the fact that there was a rat in there.
Because
rat.
As an A-list celebrity myself, if I'm seeing that this is the way he goes after someone who dines in his restaurant or just someone who's a celebrity, I'm not taking a chance of going in there and thinking, well, what if I catch him on a bad day and he just tries to ruin me? Then I'd have to go whip his ass.
Yeah.
And that's not going to look good, in the tabloids.
But yeah, he's got like a history of doing this kind of stuff because the James Corden thing was the same deal. So I don't know. It's a weird way to get your name out there.
But he at least had direct accusations at James Corden to say he's rude to my staff and he's this, and he actually banned him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had a run-in with him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And James ended up apologizing.
Yeah.
Publicly.
Which is different than just posting a picture of Bezos and his wife and saying this is a bizarre looking couple and it's all 100 million will get you. And
yeah, he's an eccentric character. But to do that is just odd. So I'm assuming that he had some bad interaction with maybe the wife, Lauren Sanchez, before Jeff Bezos was even in the picture.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And not good business sense, I don't think.
I don't know.
But then again, you look at it like, I want to go where that crazy guy is and eat at his place.
All press is good press, I guess.
I don't know. It's not good press if you get your ass whooped.
Yeah, by that nerd Jeff Bezos. I mean, that's the most embarrassing. If you get your ass whipped by him, I mean, that's embarrassing.
I bet you though he's probably like old Zuckerberg. If you got that much money, then you're used to being picked on your whole life because you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Then you pay somebody to come train you how to fight.
Exactly. And I think that's probably why Elon Musk backed out of that fight because he was like, actually, I might get my ass kicked by Mark Zuckerberg, and I don't want that to happen.
I think he would because Zuckerberg is MMA trained and stuff. Yeah. I know if I had all that money, I'd have somebody at my house every day.
Please.
Because I want to whoop somebody's ass. I'm dying to.
Waiting to start a
I
fight.
wish somebody would.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Mm-hmm. All right. So Riggins also sent me a video today that ruined my morning. I just could not stand it. It was so annoying. And I don't know how much of it we're going to be able to replay the audio of without my regurgitation happening right here. So we'll do that next.
TJ's Podcast.
Our friend, the world famous Richard Toccato is here with us. And thank you so much for reaching out to Richard. He's telling us all the time about how many listeners are reaching out and saying, hey, show me about that refi. And let's do some stuff like that. That's the way you put it, though. Show me about that refi.
Show me about that refi. What you got about that refi? The cool thing is Ace has said, we have a lot of options, and we have, I'm doing refinances for people. We have people down in Greenville, North Carolina. We have them at the beach at South Carolina. We have them in Charlotte. And the main thing is to refinance, make their finances better, take the stress of every month. If I save them $700 a month, $800 a month, it's a big deal for them.
Yeah, it's a real big deal. $700 a month. That's fantastic. And again, we've talked about this before. Richard's a broker. That's how he gets more options than a bank. He can do more. Just go to homewithrichard.com to get started. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue, and once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do the higher end shots.
Now 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's podcast.
Ooh. Make sure you do a lot of things. Now we have these rewards programs going on. Go get signed up for our app, the Ace and TJ Family app, wherever you get apps. You know, some people get them in the App Store, and some people get them in. Where else do they get them?
In your app store.
And then is there another place?
No.
It's just the App Store. I thought Apple used to call it something, and then the Google called it, and the Samsung called it something else.
They kind of do, but it's the App Store.
Okay. So find your nearest App Store and get the Ace and TJ Family app, and you can win this big Mother's Day package that we got going on.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Yeah. I'm putting my old man glasses on so I can read off camera. It is the signature spa experience package at Hyatt Centric South Park, which includes an overnight stay, accommodations at Hyatt Centric South Park. That's in Charlotte. A choice of a 1-hour massage, or you can also get a facial if you'd rather have that at Palestra Boutique Spa. It's right next to the hotel in South Park. And customized body polish. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it seems like that would be something that people, like ladies, would like or something.
Sure.
Moms.
Absolutely.
And then a sleep mask would also be part of the package, and then a late checkout in the hotel that day. So fun. Get the Ace and TJ app and play the rewards, spin the wheel, whatever you do to win rewards. That's fun. And then fill out that survey. We still need you to do that at acetj.com/Fanatico to be a TJ Fanatico officially. You'll feel so much better about yourself because you'll understand that you're better than everybody else by being an official TJ Fanatico. So that's fun. So Riggins, everything I ate in a day, is that a thing that goes around the social medias?
Yeah.
And you don't have to be on your monthlies as a woman to do it?
No.
Okay, because this video that you sent me, the girl felt the need to throw in that she was on her monthlies.
Yeah.
When she was talking about what all she ate.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's just what we do now in the society. Okay. We talk about your monthlies, even when it's not necessary. You know, I wouldn't make a video and go, I have this throbbing, pulsing, painful hemorrhoid. Here's what I ate today.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
So this is the video that it was, I guess it's like a minute and a half or something, a minute.
It's less than 60 seconds.
All right. Well, it seemed like an eternity. So if you get told by your doctor that you have 6 months to live, then sit down and listen to this video, because to me, she seems sweet.
Yeah.
Smiling face, having fun with her friend. I love her. Talking about what all, she's famous on social medias. Yeah. She always talks like this?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the video of what all she ate on her monthly craving day.
Satisfying my period cravings for a full day. So I had this lunch date planned with Sana, and I had to have this fried chicken spot because I crave their buffalo sandwiches so bad. Like, it's perfectly spicy, but it's also super rich and creamy, and the ranch is so herby and like thick. And then their Caesar wraps are so crunchy, so fresh. The chicken is like super crispy. Also, the tortilla is so satisfyingly thin and like stretchy. And then the fries had this amazing, really light crunch, and the sweet, smooth honey mustard was literally perfect. It's my favorite. Oh yeah, and then Sana had this incredible idea to put the fries in the sandwich with extra extra ranch, and I mean, she's a genius. It added this like extra layer of crunch in the best way. And then she had to go do some work, so I headed to this adorable bakery to try a cookie dough croissant for the first time, and it is stunning. Like, this is what my dreams are made of. The cookie inside is still kind of soft and doughy, and then the croissant is so flaky, and it was packed with chocolate. Next time, I definitely have to take it home and warm it up, though, because I feel like that would take it to the next level. But my favorite was this Nutella-filled cookie pie. It was packed with this smooth, rich, sugary chocolate, and yeah, I'm just very satisfied. That's all for today.
And yeah,
despite
I'm
my
just like
period
very
craving for a full
satisfied.
day.
And I get it. I'm not saying anything bad about this girl personally, as far as this young woman. Thinking that she's a bad person or anything like that. And I get it. It's just my old ass ears cannot take that kind of speaking, and in that tempo. And I get you trying to make a video under whatever seconds because, the people that you're trying to reach can't pay attention to it for long enough. I get it, but I just can't do it. I mean, and if I want to recognize it as a shortcoming of mine, then I'll take that responsibility.
It's not a shortcoming; it's just a preference. But that's the current preference for creators and audiences.
But I wouldn't even mind the cadence and the tone in which she speaks so much, even though I don't like upspeak. Like when you end a sentence on an up. So this is what I had on my period cravings. And then I had the croissant cookie. And then I had Chick-fil-A. I don't like that. But I can take that more and more easily than the fast, like to speed that up. And just
yeah. And I think she does use editing software to make it just a hair faster than what she's actually doing.
Right.
But she's definitely trying to be quick about it.
Mm-hmm. And then, I get that's my old ears and probably some of being Southern. You don't find as many fast talkers who are truly Southern. And if you do, they're usually women.
Yeah.
Like my sister-in-law, Lana, she talks like this all the time. She's a very fast talker. And she'll talk like this. Well, I talked to Dylan today. They just had a baby. And have you talked to your mother-in-law? Have you talked to your father-in-law? Have you talked to your, So you get those kinds of Southerners. They're rare. But God bless her. I hope she keeps doing well. I like for people to do well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless she's a stinking liberal, then I don't want anything good to happen.
You know what she does for
I'm kidding.
Full-time job? She's a cruise ship singer.
Oh, really?
She lives like the majority of her year on cruise ships, and she performs like in a ball gown.
That's cool.
She's a pretty good little singer.
Yeah. We, Ace and I had a lady that worked for us one time who had done that in the past. Really? It was the first girl on our show when we moved to Charlotte. Her name was Terry. Very sweet. She was a cruise ship singer.
Was she a good singer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And pretty.
Sure, yeah. You got to be pretty, too.
Well, you don't have to be, but, it
helps. I like my entertainers to be pretty.
Huh?
I like my entertainers to be pretty.
Everybody does. And that's why it's so, you get somebody who's ugly, 9 times out of 10, they have more talent than the pretty person that does the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they have to have it. They have to, they have to stand on their talent. Because bless their hearts, you know how that goes.
Sure.
All right, so we got that. Everything I ate in a day. You don't have to be on your Menzies to do it. She just happened to want everybody to know that she is on hers. And you don't have to speak so quickly in upspeak.
Yeah.
If you are going to do that, which I don't recommend, but don't do it past the age of 25. Too many likes and upspeak.
Really, I was just going to recommend you do one of those.
What?
Here's everything I ate in a day. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Here's everything I ate in a day.
I started out with my turkey bacon and scrambled egg burrito.
Yeah. Do it in your own inimitable, in your own style. and say like, "Hey guys, I'm just gonna put on my bacon cooking shirt and I'm gonna make my bacon wraps."
Let me show you what I eat for breakfast pretty much every morning. So here's my haul.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just got back from the grocery store, so I'll show you my grocery haul.
Yeah. Yeah, Jody. I saw Jody doing her hauls. She's doing her Dollar Tree treasures on y'all's podcast. So she's slowly embracing some of the trends.
I think we're past that. We don't do that anymore.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Who put the kibosh on that?
I think she just ran out of stuff. Like, they pretty much keep the same stock.
Yeah.
It's hard to go in there and them have something new every time. It's a dollar store.
She was so excited about that segment, though.
I know. And then I think Adam approached them about sponsoring the segment.
That's a great idea.
And they said no. So then we're like, oh, who cares? Then we're not. So we might mix it up and do a Dollar General haul or something like that.
Five Below, Pop Shelf, any of that
Pop
stuff.
Shelf is a really good one. Pop that shelf.
Pop it. Pop it, lock it.
Mm-hmm. One of the most historic figures of pop culture has come back into the public, and he's asking for an apology. He was thrown into infamy. Would you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was thrown into infamy in I think 1993 or 94, 30 years ago anyway. And now he's back, and all he's looking for is an apology. Who is it, and what's going on? We'll tell you next.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community, where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culver's.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
So, who is the infamous person from the early 90s who's asking for an apology? His name is John Bobbitt. Now, he's always referred to now as John Wayne Bobbitt. But I think that is one of those deals where the media started including his middle name in every reference to him because they wanted it to sound more, I don't know, maybe redneck. Like he's named after John Wayne, the actor John Wayne. Because in the beginning, when John Bobbitt first hit the news, they referred to him as John Bobbitt. And then once the story grew and grew and grew, is when they started, kind of like they did with, it used to be Tammy Baker. But when all of that scandal happened with the church and all that, then to make her seem more Southern and all, they start calling her Tammy Faye all the time, Tammy Faye in the news. But John Bobbitt became famous when his wife Lorena cut off his penis while he was sleeping. And then I believe she took off in the car with it and threw it out the window somewhere along the way. And the cops were able to find it and have it reattached. And as you can imagine, in the early 90s, there was no internet or social media or anything like that. So everything was in tabloids. It was, late night talk show monologues every night. And it was treated as a joke, and we were just starting out in radio at the time. And so young, and I remember making jokes about it and all that. But it's not a joke. Now, he turned out to be, they say he was they don't say, but he was a Marine. And once his penis was reattached and all that, then he wanted to play off of his fame that he had received. So he did some porn stuff and, did some goofy things that kind of made a joke of himself, in the media and all. So it was kind of hard at that point to go, hey, now, look, let's not forget, she mutilated him. She could have killed him. She sliced off his entire penis while he slept. And the whole thing was built around a case of he was abusive to her, so this is what she did to him. And she claimed that he forced himself on her one night. He came in drunk, and she said she was tired of that, and that's when she cut off his penis. So she got no jail time. And that was the big controversy. It's like, hey, you can cut your husband's penis off while he's asleep. He's not attacking you in the moment, but while he's asleep, you can cut his penis off, throw it out the window, and not be charged with a crime or not be found guilty of a crime. But now he's come out because he's got a neurological condition, and he's saying that he just wants an apology from her. Mm-hmm. So why would you even come back out into the public? Because he's saying, I didn't attack her the way she said, I never did, and I need an apology from her. Is it because he thinks he's about to die and he wants to come out and make sure he takes another round of, I didn't do what she says I did?
I think it's probably why all those people that end up with infamy do the things they do. They're looking for another paycheck. He wants to maybe write a book, or he wants to go back on the talk show circuit like OJ did, Yeah. I think they're all looking for a paycheck because their lives are now totally upended by the incident. And that's OJ, for whatever he did in football, is way overshadowed by what happened with the murder. Mm. And John Wayne Bobbitt, as a Marine and as probably a person, that none of that matters. You're about this one thing, so you got to cash in. And I'm not saying that he should be able to force himself on her and all that without any repercussions, but that's not how you handle it. That's domestic abuse. In both instances, and the fact that she, her life wasn't in danger in that moment. It was more of a revenge kind of thing. Or, she felt that if she cut it off, then he wouldn't want to, this is what she said, if she cut it off, he wouldn't want to attack her anymore or any of that. And then, but she was found guilty because of temporary insanity, which shows, from a legal standpoint, how far-fetched that whole thing is. Because it is so difficult to be found innocent by reason of insanity, because you have to prove that in the moment that you committed the crime, you had no thought as to whether or not it was right or wrong. You didn't know it was wrong when you did it because you were so out of your head. That's so hard to prove.
And of course, they chalked it up to, if it had been the other way around, if the man had, cut a woman's boob off in her sleep because she had been attacking him or whatever, he'd be rotting in prison for the rest of his life. Which I think John Bobbitt is a terrible person. I mean, he's proven himself all these years to be a terrible person. But, I mean, we have laws that you have to follow. And that was what, the prosecution was saying, just because you feel like you're tired of being treated a certain way and whatnot, then you should call the authorities. You should have them, press charges against him, divorce him, do whatever, but don't mutilate him. You're not allowed to mutilate people unless it's in self-defense.
Or they're a porch pirate.
Yeah. True. If they come and steal your stuff, then yeah, you should be able to set off a bomb. Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, though.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, like, we both were bad in the relationship. We both did things to each other, but now I'm looking for an apology. I'm like, you think you're getting an apology from her? Cut off your wiener and threw it out the window. Right. I don't think that's in the cards for you, John.
Mm. And she, she's moved on. She's remarried, and I think, but they say she's using her maiden name, so maybe she's not remarried.
She probably just wants to get so far away from it.
Yeah.
But again, her name, I mean, Lorena Bobbitt, or wasn't it Lorena?
Lorena, yeah.
Lorena. I mean, her name lives in infamy too.
Yeah. I mean, if you met her somewhere at a convention or whatever, you didn't know who she was and you saw her, say, oh, that's an attractive Latina. Look at her.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Was she Latina?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her.
And she spoke with an accent, real cute. Really? Mm-hmm. Then you go introduce yourself to her. She thinks you're cute. Yeah. You say, I'm Riggins. And she says, hi, I'm Lorena. And then she uses her maiden name, which is Gallo or something like that. But then a few minutes into the conversation, you're like, you're very familiar. Do I know you? Have we met? Because I swear, I know you, don't I?
Yeah.
And then she says, well, my name used to be Bobbitt. And then you go, oh, wait, Lorena Bobbitt?
What?
Would you?
I don't know.
And that's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So would that keep you from talking to her more and trying to, see where it would go?
I think so.
It would?
Yeah. And not even because of the specific incident, but I know that incident is like at the forefront of her mind all the time. Mm-hmm. So you're going to end up dealing with whatever the residual effects of that are.
What about Mary Kay Letourneau? Could you date her?
Well, she's dead.
Did she die?
I think so.
Huh.
But yeah.
Villy's wife died?
Yeah, Mary Kay died.
Huh.
I'm
supposed to keep up with that sort of thing. Maybe I just forgot.
Villy Falau.
Yeah. She died, Rob?
She died of breast cancer, I think.
Oh.
Recently, in the last couple of years. But that would have kept me away from too. She was nuts. I mean, she was like, I don't care. I'll go to jail. I want to be with this kid.
Right.
It's like, what?
Which one, if you only had two women left on earth to date, it's Lorena Bobbitt and Mary Kay Letourneau. Which one are you going with?
Lorena Bobbitt.
You would?
Yeah. She's not a pedophile.
Right.
She's a wiener assassin or whatever you want to call it. A wiener thief.
She's a wiener slicer.
The old wiener slicing trick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's not a pedophile.
I don't know. That'd be tough.
What if?
Because because even say Mary Kay Letourneau hadn't pedophiled in a long time.
Right.
Because she ended up, after she got through in prison, she went to penitentiary and all that. Yeah. She got out. She and Villy got married, had kids. They had life together.
Yeah.
No more pedophiling. But because she said it was just with him, because she loved him so much. It was just the love. But the other one snapped. I mean, snapped in a very, very violent way.
but
you
an
kind
appropriate.
of like violence though in the women, don't you?
I don't know. Well, I think it was the appropriate. If you're going to have a crime of passion,
Yeah.
I think that response to what she alleges he did to her. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's an eye for an eye. I don't know.
But you wouldn't walk on eggshells all the
I
time.
probably would, but
Because I mean,
still,
if something else set her off, you'd be like, I'd be wearing a male chastity belt all the time when I'm sleeping. I'd have it locked down. Dude, it's like, no, you got to know the combination. You got to have 5 keys for 5 different locks.
yeah, maybe. But it
You're
just
not
seems
getting in my business.
out of the 2 options, it seems like the better one.
What a great question. See, that's the kind of stuff we do here. 2 women left on Earth to date. Which one are you choosing? You're not going to get that on, Joe Rogan, I don't think. No. Or Tucker Carlson. He's not going to ask somebody who they're going to pick to date over those 2.
Not a chance.
That's why they'll never amount to shit. Ever.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't ask that question if we're taking their lead.
All right, so we have one other piece of audio for you. This is a little girl in a youth basketball league, and she's shooting a free throw. Her mom is videoing it, and her mom yells from the stands when she misses the free throw. So it may be hard to pick up, but if it is, we're going to explain it anyway. So
yeah, let's
go
try
ahead.
Air ball. I'm her mom. It's fine.
So the little girl shoots the free throw, and it doesn't touch the rim or the backboard and all, and that's called an air ball or a brick. We used to call them bricks. He's throwing up bricks. But her mom says that and it just echoes through the gym, and evidently people are looking at her like, what the hell?
Who does that during a little girl's game?
Now, I get it. You joke around with your kids and stuff, but not in the middle of the game in front of other people. That is a mom who wants the attention on herself. That's what that is.
It's so weird.
How funny I am, and I recognize that my kid sucks, so don't think that I think she's good, because it's like, just...
Isn't that awful?
Just stop being on stage. Get off the stage for a minute. Damn.
Yeah.
And you can hear there are probably not many people in the gym.
No, there's maybe 20 people in the stands, and the court is packed, and they're all silent for her. This is a little girl's basketball game, so they're all quiet while she takes the free throw shot.
And they don't look any older than, say, 6th grade or so.
Yeah, maybe.
And now it's gone viral, and the little girl's having to deal with it. My mom yelling air ball, and now people are ripping my mom apart. And
yeah, the top comment said, I get annoyed with parents like this. If you're not going to be supportive and encouraging your child, you shouldn't be there, period.
But that's not what it is not encouraging your child and all that. It comes down to the mom. Mom needs to get off stage. Get off the stage.
Yeah.
I know you're used to, doing your fit checks at home, and every new cosmetic product you get, you're doing that. You're making, funny videos with your friends all the time, and you're doing your little dances, and, you're doing of course I'm a basketball mom. Or I'm a basketball mom. Of course I do. Yeah. Just let your child be on stage for once, please. Then you go back to doing all that other stuff. I get it. I have to do that stuff too for my job, and I feel so awkward doing some of that. I hate it. But if my kids, I wouldn't stand up at my daughter's college graduation a couple of years ago and start yelling something that's going to put the attention on me.
Yeah. And it sounds like that's why she said, it's okay, I'm her mom, because somebody pointed out, it's like, it was dead silent. When she yelled that, everybody was like, who? What? All the faces go to her. All the attention was on her.
I'm her mom.
It's okay, I'm her mom.
By the way, let's put that down as a T-shirt for the TJ's podcast. Get off stage. Get off the stage sometimes.
Yeah.
When I'm begging you to listen to our podcast. and follow us.
Please.
But there's a difference, you know.
Yeah, you're a professional.
Right. I know what I'm doing. Amateurs need to step back.
Back off.
It's okay. I'm the mom. All right. So, so tell somebody that. See what happens when it's appropriate. Hey, get off stage every now and then. For once, get off the stage, please.
Yeah, for real.
All right, that's it for the TJ's podcast today. Thank you for listening and watching and doing. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.